Welcome to Lento English. Ready to level up your English? Here we learn through stories, slow, clear, and fun. Listen, relax, and enjoy the journey.
1. Introduction. This story is about two very important countries in the world. Both the United States and Japan are powerful nations. They are leaders in many areas. However, they have very different ways of life. This book will explore these differences in detail. It will also look at some interesting similarities that connect them. The United States is a huge country with many different landscapes. People there often value personal freedom and new ideas. Japan is a smaller country, but it has a very rich history and unique culture. People there often focus on group harmony and respect for tradition. These two countries have a long and complex history together. This history has made them very important to each other on the global stage. We will learn about their unique cultures, from big cities to quiet towns. We will see how people live their daily lives in America and Japan. We will look at how they talk to each other and how they behave in public spaces. We will also explore how they work and how their economies are different and strong. Both countries are very good at making new things and using technology. We will compare their ideas about progress and future development. This book will offer a clear picture of these two great nations. It will help us understand their distinct approaches to society, work, and life. By comparing them, we can learn a lot about different worldviews. Get ready to discover a fascinating comparison of two powerful and important cultures that are connected in many ways and continue to influence the world. 2. Two different ways of life. Chapter 2 talks about how people in America and Japan live their lives in very different ways. This is a big difference between their cultures. In America, people often think about themselves first. This idea is called individualism. Americans believe in personal freedom. They want to achieve their own goals. Being independent is very important. For example, a young person in America might leave home to study or work in a new city. They want to find their own path and make their own success. Society often celebrates people who work hard and become successful on their own. People are encouraged to be unique and express their own ideas. They are taught to be self-reliant from a young age. This means they should be able to take care of themselves without much help from others. Personal choice is highly valued. If someone has a problem, they might be expected to solve it themselves. This way of thinking shapes many parts of daily life, from school to work to family relationships. People expect to have many choices. They believe they can change their lives through their own efforts. They often admire those who follow their dreams, even if it is a difficult path. In Japan, the way of life is different. People often think about the group first. This idea is called collectivism. Japanese culture emphasizes harmony. It means everyone gets along and works well together. Social order is also very important. People try not to cause problems for others. They want to keep things smooth and peaceful in their community. For example, a worker in Japan might stay late at the office to help their team finish a project, even if it means less time for themselves. They put the group's needs before their own. Children learn from a young age to respect rules and to be part of the group, whether it is their family or their school class. When a decision needs to be made, people often discuss it until everyone agrees. This helps maintain harmony. Being part of a team or community is key. It is good to fit in and support the group. If someone has a problem, the group might work together to help that person. People often feel a strong sense of duty to their family, their company, or their nation. They believe that their actions affect everyone around them. This leads to a society where cooperation is highly valued. This core difference between individualism and collectivism affects everything. It changes how people talk, how they work, and how they live together. In America, people are often praised for standing out. They are encouraged to be leaders and to show their individual talents. In Japan, people are often praised for working well with others and making the group strong. They are encouraged to be good team members and to support the common good. These two different ways of life show us how societies can be very successful while having very different ideas about what is most important for people. Understanding these basic ideas helps us understand many other parts of their cultures, like how they communicate or what they expect in daily habits. 3. How people talk. People in different countries talk in different ways. How someone speaks shows their culture. In America, people usually use a direct way of talking. This means they say exactly what they think or want using clear words. When an American asks a question, they expect a clear answer like yes or no. If they have an idea, they often tell it directly. This style helps everyone understand the message quickly. Conversations feel open and honest. People often state their opinions clearly. This directness is common in daily life and business, clarifying details. In Japan, the way people talk is often more indirect. They might not say everything with words. Instead, they use other things to share their message. These can be unspoken cues, like a change in voice, a pause, or a look. The situation or context is very important. For example, a Japanese person might not say no directly. They might say it is difficult or I will think about it. These phrases often mean no politely. This style helps keep harmony, avoiding discomfort. Listeners need to pay close attention to more than just words. They need to understand the feeling and the situation. These different ways of talking can sometimes cause problems. An American used to direct communication might not understand an indirect message from a Japanese person. They might think the Japanese person is unclear. For example, if an American asks for a decision and gets an indirect reply, they might get confused. They might not realize the indirect reply was the answer. On the other hand, a Japanese person might find American directness surprising. They might think it is too strong or even rude. They might feel uncomfortable if someone states a strong opinion directly, especially in a group. Japanese culture values group harmony. Direct disagreement can disturb this harmony. Learning about these differences is important for good communication. When people understand that communication styles differ, they can be more patient. An American can learn to listen for subtle cues. A Japanese person can understand that directness is not always rudeness, a different way of speaking. Knowing these styles helps people talk better and avoid misunderstandings, making conversations easier and more respectful. 4. Daily habits and rules. When people meet or go about their day, they follow different habits and rules. These social customs or etiquette can be quite different in the United States and Japan. For example, greetings are not the same. In America, a common way to greet someone is with a handshake. People shake hands firmly. This is a normal social custom. It shows friendliness or agreement in business. In Japan, people often bow when they greet others. The way you bow shows respect. A deeper bow can mean more respect, especially when greeting someone older or more important. Bowing is a very old and important part of Japanese politeness. Another important difference is about shoes. In Japan, it is a rule to take off your shoes when you go into someone's home. There is often a special area near the door called a jenkin for this. This custom helps to keep the home clean. It also shows respect for the home. In the United States, people usually keep their shoes on inside homes. It is not common to ask guests to remove their shoes. Tipping for service is another area where habits differ. In the United States, it is normal to give extra money, called a tip, to people who serve you. This includes waiters in restaurants, taxi drivers, and hairdressers. This money is often an important part of their income. People usually tip around 15 to 20% of the bill if the service is good. In Japan, tipping is not a common practice at all. If you try to tip, it might even seem rude or confusing to the person. Service workers in Japan believe they should provide excellent service as part of their job, and extra money is not expected. Daily life also shows differences in habits, especially concerning physical activity and food. Many Japanese people include more physical activity in their daily lives. They might walk or cycle to work or school often. Public transport is widely used, which encourages more walking. Their traditional diet is usually very healthy, focusing on fresh fish, vegetables, rice, and soy products. These habits, with regular movement and a good diet, contribute to a longer life expectancy in Japan. In contrast, many people in the United States have less physical activity in their daily routines. They might rely more on cars for transport. The typical American diet can sometimes include more processed foods and larger portion sizes. These differences in lifestyle can lead to different health outcomes, with a higher rate of sedentary lifestyles and obesity in the U.S. 5. How they make money. The United States and Japan are two very important economies in the world. The United States has the largest economy, and Japan has the third largest. Both countries have what are called mixed economies. This means that private businesses are very important, but the government also plays a role in the economy. They both believe in a free market, where people and companies can buy and sell things freely without too much government control. The economy of the United States is much bigger than Japan's. It is about 2.5 times larger. In the United States, many different industries help the country make money. The U.S. is especially good at scientific research, leading to new discoveries and products. It also has many new companies starting all the time, which is called entrepreneurship. There is a lot of money available to help these new ideas grow, known as venture capital. Important products that America sells to other countries include farm products like corn and soybeans, large airplanes, and medicines. These industries show America's strength in creating new things, growing food, and producing advanced goods. Japan also has a very strong economy with its own special strengths and important industries. Japan is famous for making high-quality cars. Many people choose to buy Japanese cars because they are reliable. It is also a global leader in making electronic goods, like televisions, cameras, and computers. In recent years, Japan has also become a leader in making robots for factories and homes. They are very good at applying technology to make products better and at making things efficiently. This means they make good products without wasting much time or materials. Their focus on making things well helps their economy grow and keeps their products popular. The United States and Japan also have a very important trading relationship. This means they buy and sell many goods to each other. The US is a big market for Japanese products. For example, many cars and electronic items sold in America come from Japan. In return, Japan buys many different things from the US. These include important farm products, large passenger and cargo airplanes, and various medicines. This trade is very important for both countries. It helps their businesses grow and keeps their economies strong. Beyond trade, Japan also invests a lot of money in the United States. Japanese companies often build factories or open new offices in America. This creates many jobs for American workers and helps the American economy grow. The way businesses work in each country also plays a big part in their economic success. In the US, there is often a strong focus on new ideas, individual creativity, and taking risks in business. In Japan, businesses often focus on group harmony, long-term planning, and making products with perfect quality. These different ways of working have helped both nations become very successful in the world's economy. They show how different cultural approaches can lead to great economic achievements. 6. New ideas and technology. Both the United States and Japan are very important countries when we talk about new ideas and technology. They are leaders in the world for innovation. This means they both create and use advanced technologies that change how we live and work. However, they often have different ways of doing this. The United States is strong in finding completely new things. American scientists do a lot of important research. This research happens in big universities and special laboratories. They work to discover new facts about the world and create new knowledge. This often leads to brand new inventions. Many new companies, called startups, begin in America. People with new and clever ideas can get money to build their businesses. This money is called venture capital. It helps small companies grow big very fast. The United States is very good at creating things that have never existed before. For example, many important developments in computer software and the Internet first came from America. The country encourages people to take risks and try many new things, even if some ideas do not work out. This focus on discovery and starting new businesses makes the US a place where many future technologies are born. Japan also leads in technology, but its strengths are a bit different. Japan is very good at taking new ideas and making them better. They are experts at making products that people can buy and use every day. These products are often of very high quality and last a long time. Japanese companies are also very good at making things efficiently. This means they can make many products quickly and without waste. They pay close attention to every small detail in the making of a product. Japan is especially famous for its robotics. Robots help in many factories, making cars or other goods. Some robots even help people in their homes or in hospitals. Japan also makes many advanced electronics products, like cameras, televisions, and game consoles. They focus on making existing things work perfectly and reliably for everyone. This way, they bring advanced technology to many people around the world. So the two countries have distinct ways of working with technology and new ideas. The United States often focuses on making big new discoveries and starting many new companies based on these discoveries. They are good at thinking about the future and creating what is next. Japan often focuses on making products very well and improving them over time. They are experts at making sure technology works perfectly and is useful for many people. Both these approaches are very important for the world. They both help technology grow, get better, and change our lives in many different ways. Together, their efforts push the boundaries of what technology can do. 7. Running the country. Running a country means deciding how things work for all the people who live there. The United States and Japan both have systems for this, but they are different. Both countries are democracies, which means that people have a say in who leads them. In the United States, the government is a federal republic. This means that there is a president who is the main leader of the country. People vote for the president and for other leaders who work in the government. This system is called a presidential system. The president makes many important decisions and is the head of the country's government. There are also many different states, and each state has its own government, but they all follow the rules of the main federal government. Japan has a different kind of government. It is a constitutional monarchy with a parliamentary system. This means that Japan has an emperor, but the emperor's role is mostly symbolic, like a national figure. The real power to run the country belongs to the parliament. The people of Japan vote for members of the parliament. These members then choose a prime minister. The prime minister is the head of the government and makes the important decisions. Similar to the president in the US, both systems aim to serve their citizens and maintain order. Beyond their own borders, the United States and Japan share a very important friendship. They have a strong security alliance. This alliance is very important for keeping peace and safety in Asia. It means that the two countries promise to help each other if there are problems related to security. When we look at their militaries, there are also clear differences. The United States has the biggest and most powerful military in the world. It has a very large budget, many soldiers, and the most advanced technology. Its military can operate all over the world. This strong military helps protect American interests and supports its allies. Japan's military is called the Self-Defense Forces. Its main job is to defend Japan. The Japanese Constitution has rules that limit what its military can do. It is not designed to attack other countries, but only to protect Japan itself. Even with these limits, Japan's self-defense forces are very strong and use modern technology. They are a capable force for national defense. Because of their security alliance, the United States has a significant military presence in Japan. This means that American soldiers and military equipment are based in Japan. This presence is part of the Mutual Defense Treaty between the two nations. This treaty means that if one country is attacked, the other will come to its aid. This close cooperation helps ensure stability and security for both countries and the wider region. Both nations, through their distinct governmental and military structures, work to protect their people and maintain their place on the world stage. 8. Learning for the future. Education is very important in both the United States and Japan. However, the way children learn and go to school is different in each country. This chapter looks at these differences and what we can learn from them. In Japan, the school system is very organized from the top. It is called centralized. This means that rules for schools often come from the government. Students in Japan take many important tests. These tests help decide which high school or university they can attend. There is a strong focus on getting good grades and doing well in these exams. Classrooms in Japan are often very structured. Teachers usually stand at the front and give lectures. Students listen carefully and take notes. There is less talking and more listening in many Japanese classes. The goal is often to make sure all students learn the same things very well. In the United States, the school system is not as centralized. Local areas and states make many of their own rules for schools. Because of this, schools can be very different from one place to another. American schools often have a wide range of subjects to study, not just the main ones. They also put a lot of importance on activities outside of class, like sports, music, and clubs. These are called extracurricular activities. The idea is to help students grow as individuals, not just in their studies. Classrooms in the U.S. often encourage students to talk and ask questions. Learning can be more interactive, with group projects and discussions. Teachers want students to think for themselves and share their ideas. So, Japan focuses on group learning, tests, and academic success. The U.S. focuses more on different subjects, activities, and personal growth. Both ways have good points. Comparing these two powerful nations, the United States and Japan, shows us many things. We have seen how their cultures, ways of life, and economies are unique. We learned about their different ideas on personal freedom versus group harmony. We looked at how they talk, their daily habits, and how they make money. We also saw their leadership in new ideas and how their governments work. This journey helps us understand the world better. It shows that there are many ways to live, work, and learn. By looking at these two titans, we can find new ideas and learn lessons for our own future.